Hey everybody, it's Brian Foley from Valley Variety in Tempe, Arizona. I hope you're doing well. You can find me at vvphx.com, and I'm on Instagram at Valley_Variety. I'm on TikTok at Valley_Variety, and if you know I'm on YouTube, because that's where you're finding this video. I'm on Facebook as well. Please connect with me. So here's what I want to talk about today. I want to continue talking about creativity. Work. There are two shows that I created over the past couple years, both for young people. I have created a new show for adult and family audiences, but I just basically reworked some of my routines with things that I already had. So I didn't need to create anything new for that. For the kids shows, however, I created new banners, I created giant cards, and a couple other props. And I want to talk to you about the relationship that I have with my printer at a big box office store. Now, there are a couple big box office stores, and there are certainly local printers. You know, your town, I live in a relatively metropolitan community. I have access to some large stores. I have access to some small stores. I have different relationships. However, the relationship that has been most fruitful for me has been at one of these big box office stores, right? And you know what I'm talking about. So they have the little print shops. And this guy is super cool. He's this hip guy, hipster beard, all the tattoos, right? And I came in with this first job. I was making some cards for a you pick two, I pick one, I pick two, you pick one thing for my wizarding show. And he got so excited about this. So he sat with me. I basically made all the graphics, but he really resized things. He optimized the way they were going to look. And these are things he would do for anybody, mind you. But he really cared about my project. He understood what my needs were once I was able to communicate. These all need to be the same size. I want them to be uniform. All the backs are going to be the same. So we need to print out 8 of these, and we need to print out, one of these individually. I'm going to glue them back to back. I'm going to trim them, and then we're going to laminate them, and then I'm going to curve the edges. And he's like, get the corners rather. Yes, he's on board. He helped me with the entire project. Then when I came back and I said, and he's like, great, is this more for this magic show? I want to help you with your magic show, right? So we printed banners. And then I wanted to do a Kodak moment at the end of the show with the kids where their head is sticking through, the banner that's got all my contact info on it. And he helped me with that. He helped me design it. He gave me the tools to actually cut things out. I mean, I had an X-Acto knife at home, but I'm not going to walk into a store, holding a knife. But so he gave me the knife to work that out. He did it all with me. So first off, build that relationship. You have no idea how boring it is for those people printing the same things day in, day out. We walk in, it's going to be exciting. They're going to want to help you. All right. So even if you don't know, go in and ask questions. They will help you. Number 2, how do you build some of these graphics? Well, right. Maybe you're not a wizard at Adobe Photoshop, right? I know a little bit about Photoshop, but I don't even use Photoshop that much. I tend to use word processing software, right? Whether you're using Mac Pages or Microsoft Word, there are so many tools in there to work with graphics, generate graphics, import, tilt, play with color, saturate, desaturate, add in different fonts, etc. So play around with that. There are tons of online tutorials. I'm on a Mac, so I use Mac Pages. All right. When I need images, when I use my image search in Google, I make sure that I activate the Creative Commons search. So when you go to search tools, you can activate the Creative Commons search, and Creative Commons is a philosophy. And the philosophy is that I'm going to create something, and you can use it in some cases for free. Right. So make sure that you're using the versions that can be used for commercial purposes. All right, that can be reused and modified if you need to modify them. And that way, you're not going to get sued down the line by using something that belongs to somebody else. That becomes very important. There's a great website called DAFont, DAFont.com. You may be aware of this already. This is a fantastic place to safely download new fonts for your computer. So if you're creating posters or cards like I'm going to talk about shortly, you can absolutely get the font that you need to fit the theme of the routine or even the overall theme of your show. And then finally, what are we going to make with these things? Well, certainly cards. There's so many routines with cards. And I'm so, as a magician, I am so bored with card tricks. I've always been just bored with card tricks. If I'm going to do a close-up strolling, I'll put a couple decks of cards in my pockets. I'll do a few things. But pulling out a deck of cards, it's like the groaner time. It really is. They're only, Kundalini Rising, Jeff McBride, is one of those things that will get me to pull out a deck of cards. However, I don't do it a lot. But I do a lot of card tricks. They just don't look like card tricks because I'm using my custom designed giant cards. So what works well like that? A 3-card Monty is a great routine. that you can do standing up. You pick two, I pick one, you pick two. Force situation is great. It's garbage day again. I always shoot these on garbage day. The mishmash card by Harry Anderson, right? Retheme that, because ultimately all that is a roving force with multiple outs. And you can do that. You can do that with whatever theme you desire. And all of a sudden, it's taken on the aspect of something that is no longer a card trick and is something completely unique and is only yours. And I'll tell you, every time I go to a magic convention, and I don't go to many, but when I do go, what I see is a lot of people repackaging older ideas, public domain routines, stuff from Tarbell, but just putting a new spin on it and repackaging the props. And if they can do it and make money on it and sell it to everybody, why don't you just create your own, and then you'll have something that's completely yours, and you'll grow as an artist. I don't know. That's the way I like to work. I hope you folks are doing well. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay loved. And it is still Black History Month. It is still February. So please engage with some... Oh, I heard on NPR this fantastic quote. It was from the website sheshreds.com. Shreds as in plays the guitar excellently, right? And I think it's SHREDZ.com. And it's this amazing speaker who wrote an article for issue 20 of She Shreds about how Black women are absolutely relevant in the and important in the evolution of music that led to the emergence of rock and roll. So I encourage you to check that out. And you can probably find the article on the link to it at npr.org. All right, I hope you folks are well. I said that already. Bye. Take care.